So the word that I've kept hearing from NHS teams that we work with is the word relentless. It's been a long year for you all dealing on what some of you have described as a battlefield with this COVID situation. So it must have tested your resilience to the maximum. And so today's focus is all about standing strength postures and some balance as well, because you must have just been knocked off balance numerous times, I'm sure, over the last year. So the standing postures today, which again, we're trying to keep them bite-sized, just small, done in 10 minutes, achievable, manageable, to work on your standing strength, your resilience, and also just the balance parts, just to give you some peace amongst whatever else might be going on in your day. So we're going to start with mountain pose first of all, which is great for your posture. So if you've been doing long hours of shifts, if you're exhausted, stressed, our whole posture changes. We often tend to kind of walk, shoulders hunched, head down. So this one's really good for your posture. So starting with your feet, first of all, having your feet hip distance apart, raising the arches of your feet and planting them back down and lifting up your toes and spreading them if you can. So this is about being mindful for your posture. You know, you can do this on a shift. Just make simple adjustments while you're standing for a moment, you know, to help with your posture. Just take a moment just to be aware of your feet in your shoes. So raising the arches, planting them back down, lifting up the toes, spreading them, and just be conscious of all the edges of your feet in contact with the mat beneath you. This can be quite grounding if you're feeling a little bit thrown in the day. And just have your knees slightly bent. If you lock your knees out, that places pressure on the lower spine. So simply just by bending the knees slightly, it just tilts the pelvis forward and takes the pressure off that lower spine. So you may want to actually consciously tilt that pelvis forward as well. And then just take your shoulders up towards your ears and push them down and back. So many people at the moment are walking around with the shoulders up towards their ears with the stress and tension. So consciously taking time out just to check, you know, check in the day, where are my shoulders, and consciously pushing them down and back. And have your palms facing forward. So we have lots of touch receptors in the palms of the hands. So just consciously facing the palms forward leaves you open to any kind of relaxing sensations or feelings. So crown of the head reaching up towards the sky, heart space open, reaching forwards. So as I say, when we're down, we tend to close off the heart space. So in yoga, when you open up the heart space, that's uplifting in itself. So just being here, strong, powerful, like a mountain, planted and firm. Your back is nice and straight here. And just like a mountain, you know, storms go off around it, don't they? But the mountain stands firm. And that's pretty much like you know, it might be all stormy around you, but taking time out just to be in stillness, adjusting your posture in this way can really help. And then placing your hands in the heart space, which again brings your shoulders down and back. And with the pressure points that you use in this position, apparently it's impossible to feel stressed. So with the thumbs in contact with the sternum, with the breastbone, it sends calming messages to the vagus nerve, which calms the whole nervous system down. So a slow in and out breath to prepare. So the breathing can be an anchor to just find stillness for us. And then when you're next ready to exhale, you're going to reach your hands out and up. As you inhale at the top, push those fingertips up further for a lovely stretch on the spine and the shoulders before bringing the hands round and back. So here we go again, an in and out breath to prepare. On the exhale, reaching out and up. As you inhale at the top, pushing those fingertips up further for that extra stretch before coming back down. So just repeat this 2 or 3 more times. Great stretch for the spine and the shoulders as well as just taking a moment just to find stillness in your busy, busy day. Perfect. So making the next one your last one. And then we see you all as warriors. We think you're amazing. So let's do warrior 2 posture now. So having one foot facing forward and the back foot back as far or not as feels comfortable for you, and at a 90-degree angle to the front foot. So ideally the heel of the front foot should be in line with the centre bit of the inner sole bit of that back foot, and then just tilt your back toes in very slightly just to protect your knees. So we're facing forwards here. So an in and out breath to prepare. Then when you're next ready to exhale, arms come up and parallel, and we turn towards those front fingertips. We inhale. Then when you're next ready to exhale, bending that front knee. Now watch the knee doesn't go over the toes. If it does, just take your back foot back slightly and watch that back hand hasn't dropped. There's a tendency for it to drop. So having your hands up, your arms up and parallel. And if you like, you can imagine there's a candle on your middle finger. And with each exhale, imagine you're blowing out that candle. So that visualization of that candle, that you're blowing it out on that middle finger, gives you a focus in your stillness. So just be here now, strong and powerful and capable of anything, like the warriors that you are. Keep breathing. And when you're next ready to exhale, bringing the knee back to the starting position and floating the hands back down. Give your legs a bit of a shake, and doing the same now on the opposite side. So you may notice a difference on this side, so only take your foot back as far or not as feels comfortable for you. Just readjusting that back foot so you tilt the toes in slightly just to protect your knee. So an in and out breath to prepare. When you're next ready to exhale, arms come up and parallel. We turn towards the front fingertips. We inhale. As you exhale, bending at the knee, just watching it doesn't go over the toes and watching that back hand hasn't dropped. And just be here now. If you like, visualising that candle on that middle finger with each exhale, imagining you're blowing out that candle. So warrior 2 pose is brilliant for your balance, your strength, your posture generally. And when you're next ready to exhale, bringing the knee back to the starting position and floating the hands back down. And then a little bit of fun, we'll do tree pose, we'll do a bit of a balance. So if you were doing this at home, sometimes it's better to be on the floor rather than a mat, but you may fancy doing this at work if you need a bit of a brain release, a bit of time out. Up to you, wherever you are. Outside in the garden, actually, sometimes feeling your feet, I know it's a bit cold at the moment, but feeling your feet on the grass can be quite grounding for you. So I'll leave it up to you where you want to try this one. So tree pose, a balance. You know, you've all been thrown off balance, I'm sure, by this last traumatic year. So to find stillness through yoga postures can just really help our focus. So take this wherever you want to take it. The idea here is the stillness, finding moments of peace and stillness. So if for you that means simply just raising your foot here, that's much better than being kind of all wobbly. You can bring your foot here or above the knee. Just avoid direct pressure on the knee. See how my balance is now. Okay, so wherever that is best for you, I'm going to bring my foot here today. I'm bringing the hands in the heart space. So it's about finding that stillness. So breathe. And then if you want to, you can extend it by taking the arms up. So tree pose, just be here. Find that moment of stillness in your busy or maybe a chaotic time at the moment. And then bringing the hands back down. And trying the same on the other side. So one side may be different to the other. Try this on different days. Different days impact us. You know, ladies, our hormones can impact our balance. Sleep also. You know, and don't worry actually if you do go off balance. You know, breathe into it and bring your focus back. You know, just like trees, they're blown about by the wind, the storms, and you've had a stormy year, so your balance might be a little bit off if you've had a long shift, not much sleep. So just breathe into it, and it's about being thrown off balance, but kind of bringing yourself back to the here and the now. So enjoy.